Hi, my name's Judy and welcome to my channel and today's video. This week I am going to be vlogging my experiences attempting a 24-hour fast. So this is currently Thursday morning. I am working from home today, which is a bonus because it does mean that I can block out some time to have a very early lunch before the fast period starts. The period, the fasting window is going to be from 11 o'clock today, which is obviously Thursday, through to 11 o'clock tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm hoping that I'll be able to schedule a live roundup of how I found it. I'm hoping, and I don't know if this is going to work because I've never done lives before, that there will be a way that I could potentially capture some of the footage to insert into this vlog as well. I might not be able to, and if I can't, I will link or direct you to wherever it ends up in like the description box or whatever it is. So yeah, it's a challenge. I'm looking forward to it. I think my one point of concern is going to be like nighttime, like the nighttime snacking. I feel like that's the worst part of, like, even when, you know, being on a diet or trying to lose weight, it's always that evening snacking that gets me undone a little bit, but we will see. So what's the time now? It's 8:28. I'm just about to log on, so I thought I would log on to work. So I thought I'd do just a quick catch up, but I'm going to bring you throughout the 2 days anyway, with just like snippets on how I'm feeling, you know, what's occurring. But I'm starting the day with a latte. Got it here. Just got to wait till it cools down a bit. And this is the one that I'm having. It's the caramel latte. It's like the sachets, and I believe it was about 98 calories for that sachet. So I just thought, starting off with something a bit yummy, be the last time for a little while I'll be able to have like a milky coffee, even though you make it with water. Apart from that, I'm going to do my best. Like, I don't want to be already planning to cheat, but I did think that if it got really uncomfortable, I could maybe have something like this. I know it's not like a clean fast because I think you're supposed to only have water. I am planning on having waters, squash possibly, and like the herbal teas throughout. Like, that's just a given. That's what I'm going to be doing. But if it got really bad, I thought I could maybe have one of these. Is that proper cheating? Okay, maybe only if it gets, maybe if that's the deal breaker between having something and eating, I might go for this. But you'll have to watch to the end to find out how I get on. But yeah, this is how I'm starting my day today. Before it starts, I will check in with you when I'm having my I'm going to have like a late breakfast brunch to actually sort of before the fasting period starts. I should have been way better planned and had like arranged to have like something quite large, I'm thinking, but I didn't. But yeah, so yeah, wish me luck. So I just thought I would hop on and share my final meal that I'm having before the fasting period starts. So it is now 11:15. I've got 15 minutes to eat this, but I'm having like a breakfast bowl. I've got 60 grams of muesli, or like muesli-ish stuff, which was 280 calories. I've got a protein, like Arla protein yogurt, which was 70 calories, and then some frozen cherries to go with it. So I'm not even hungry at the minute. I don't normally have lots during the daytime, as I've said before. Mine's sort of like more evening-y, but I'm gonna have this because I feel like if I've got something really substantial in my tummy, it's gonna help see me through for the rest of today. So yeah, I will catch up with you a bit later on. 10 to 1 and I'm on my first water following the start. So it's 5:45 now and I've just finished dishing out dinner for the family. It's feeling a little bit trickier. So I've got another big water and I'm hoping that this will be enough just to sort of stave off the hunger until I've then got a couple of jobs to do. So I'm going to do some ironing, a little bit of tidying up, and hopefully that'll distract me. I was going to have an early night because I was like, but I've got to go and pick up my daughter from work later on this evening. So still keeping busy, keeping distracted, staying hydrated. So it's now 8:33, 8:35. I've just got back from collecting the kids. I'm on the second round of cooking dinners and I'm still doing okay. I did pop into Tesco, obviously not for now, but they had the protein yogurts, like 4 for 3. So I got a salted caramel, banoffee, a white chocolate kvarg one, and a blueberry muffin one. So there you get 4 and they're for £3. So that's hopefully I'll have tomorrow morning, like my yogurt pot to like break the fast. And then the other thing that I have got that I'm going to be having in a minute, so I'm going to go upstairs, get my pajamas on, and just have like my final drink before bed. And I picked up these ones, which is it's a sleep blend, but it's spiced apple, vanilla, chamomile and passion fruit, and I thought that sounded really tasty. It's probably going to taste like drinking weeds, but I thought it's worth a go. And I just, in my head, I'm like, I can have a nice cup, sit down, have my drink, and that could be like my finish for the day. So yeah, at the minute, apart from the little wobble I had, and I said they're cooking food again, so I don't know how that's going to affect me. But apart from sort of the little wobble I had at tea time, I'm feeling okay. I'm sure I'm gonna. I don't know if this sort of thing is allowed, but I'm gonna go with it. But yeah, we will hope. Well, I will hopefully catch up with you in the morning. Morning. It's 8:40ish on Friday morning. I have been zipping some water. I had to take some have a drink to take my tablets this morning. So, but apart from that, I'm all right. I think the trickiest point for me is always going to be that evening when it's like snacky time. But apart from that, I feel like I'm just about to go shopping, so I'm probably going to spend loads of money. But I think I'm going to get through to sort of my 11 o'clock. I can't see with any problems, so all is good. And that's a wrap. It is now 11:45, near enough, and I am breaking the 24-hour fast the same way as I started. So I've got my muesli, one of those yogurts that I bought last night. They're really thick, and a bit of an extra portion of frozen cherries because that was what was left in the bag. So yeah, I did the live. That was proper nerve-wracking. If you wanted to catch up, it's in the Reels part of my Instagram feed. I've not been able to like save it as like a file, but yeah, really positive. And I will hopefully have a sit down catch up with you at some point. But yeah, I just want to get something into my tummy. So that was how I found my first experience of fasting for 24 hours. Now I'm hoping that all of the little clips I took across the 2 days that I was sort of sharing like all of the drinks that I was having, how I was feeling, have sort of merged together and at least form sort of partly a cohesive picture of my experience. I am going to say bonus points for anybody that wants to drop in the comments below which part of the whole 24 hours I found the most challenging, because when I watch the videos back, I think I mention it almost every time. It was like, okay, oh, I said that again. I've said it again. So yeah, if you want to pop that in the comments below. I was going to just try and edit it all out, and then I thought, do you know what? It is what it is. That's clearly something that I've learned over just by doing that fast. Now, the other thing that I thought I would do, I know it's not officially weigh day, that would normally be next week, so I'm switching it up, is just share with you my results for this week's weigh-in. And I'm going to say the biggest takeaway, or the biggest sort of lesson that I've learned from fasting, is possibly not what you're gonna think. So the results, scores on the doors, numbers on the scales, was after doing that, and again, it was all, you know, when I was talking to my coach about the experience, and he was like, well, it's all about the maths, isn't it? You know, calories in, calories out. If you take calories out of the picture for 24 hours, that's got to make a big difference. And I'm like, yes, that's going to be great. Oh no, oh no. I came in this week with ½ pound loss. You can imagine the thoughts that were going through my head as I stood on those scales and saw that ½ pound, because that was not what I was expecting. I really thought it would be like 2 minimum. I was hoping for more than that, but it is what it is. Whether it catches up with me this week, who knows? To say I'm not particularly hopeful is more that I just know what my body's like, and it does its own thing most of the time. I just have to sort of persevere with it and take the fact that there's been like no gains as a real positive. So yeah, not quite the weigh-in result that I was after, but what I think it's given me is almost like a bit of a boost around like self-belief. Like, it was a challenge that I thought was going to be quite a stretch. It wasn't always the easiest. It weren't like I just breezed through without noticing, but being able to achieve something and like set out to do something, follow through, achieve the, you know, like the 24 hours feels like a real win. And there's quite a lot of things that it's almost like you know, like keeping a commitment to yourself, like following through on the actions you promised you was going to do. And I don't often do that. I think quite a lot of the time I hedge my bets a little bit, and I don't go all in with certain things. I would say possibly my weight loss journey has been one of them. Like, I'm not like 2 feet knee deep, I'm doing this regardless. It's always like you know, like toe in, toe out. We'll see what it's like. Not quite sure the water's warm enough to cannonball in the deep end. There's definitely that. So that for me has been a real insight. That like realizing actually I probably play safe way more than I should, and I don't I wouldn't like even to say, and I'm not saying I'm changing my mind, but even to say that like my goal weight is around 13 stone. I'm thinking sort of I would like to be just into the 12s, but anything under sort of under 13 and a half is a win. 13 feels like it's a stretch, but even that you know, I then have been questioning, like, how safe am I still playing it to say that's my goal weight? Why am I not saying, like, I don't know, 10 or something? You know, like, what's that? That feels ridiculous. And I would probably look really ill, because I think I start looking ill at the 13 and a half, I think. But again, it's like, am I doing myself a disservice by, like, almost trying to sort of run with the brakes on? So I've found, and this is something that I think I do quite a lot of, is it's sort of like quite like insightful to myself and what I'm doing, and like some of the limitations that I put on how much I could achieve, is almost like that it's not self-preservation, but you know, like, it's like, let's not say it's going to be too big, because then if it went wrong or if it doesn't happen, you look silly. So if you say it's like, you know, if I say I'm going for £2 and I get 1, that's not so bad. If I'm then going, oh, actually I'm going to lose £5 this week and I get half, that then it's got a different feeling. So yeah, for me, the biggest learning curve has been just that little bit more knowledge about myself, about the way that I am with food, about the way that I've been approaching my sort of my weight loss journey, and that if I do challenge myself to something that is a little bit of a stretch, you know, I can still do that. That is like, it's achievable. I can do the things I set out to do. I can finish what I start if I put my mind to it. So that for me has been like, yeah. So it's given me a boost. It's given sort of the motivation a bit more of a boost, just knowing that. And I've got a couple of weeks till I go on holiday, and then obviously I'm gonna, you'll see me again before I go on holiday, but afterwards I've then got like a countdown to Christmas, and I want to get, I'm gonna say I want to get to 13 stone before Christmas, and that means putting in some hard graft, because that's almost losing as much as I've lost so far over 8 months in the last part of the year. So, but we're here for it. We're here for the challenge. We're here to push ourselves beyond what we think we could do, to the stuff that we know we can do. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.